Good morning. I am that one. That one. Like I said, who in their right mind would buy 31.5 pounds of buttons off of eBay? And then I thought, oh, I'm not in my right mind. I could be that person. And so I did. I have got buttons, buttons, buttons. I have had this wooden house for some time ago. I long ago I bought two of these, and I did one all up in steampunk and a lot of metal, and it turned out good. And I don't even know what I did with it. I don't have it anymore, and I don't know if I sold it or if I gave it away. I really don't know what I did with it. And so, but that's okay. That's really okay. I don't know what to do with it. But I have had this one ready to go for something. I was going to do another steampunk, but I didn't get around to it. And so then when I got all these buttons, I said, I want to do something with the buttons. I'm going to make me a button mansion. And so that's what I got started so far. I got it laying down so you can see. It's going to take a lot of buttons. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this, but I'm going to kind of show you along the way. So far I have glued on, and I'm just using hot glue to glue these, and they're gluing really well. And now if y'all have any good ideas to help me with this, then you just post them with the ideas beyond underneath. My bottom is warped though, so it's a rocking house. But I figure, see, that's how it rocks. But I figure once I get it finished up, I can actually put like little pegs at the bottom or something that'll make it sturdy. And so all I'm doing is like right here in this bunch of buttons that I got, there was a lot of metal in there. I still have quite a few metal pieces, and so like snaps and hook and eyes and stuff. So I started putting up there on this here steeple, and so I don't want to start at the top. I want to start at the bottom. So what I'm doing now, like right here, I've got some kind of blue buttons. So right here on this steeple area, I'm calling it a steeple area. I'm not sure exactly if that's what it is, but that's what I call it. And so I'm putting some of these kind of blue buttons here. But what I want to do too is after I got and see some of these, ouch, that was hot. Some of these buttons I'm kind of overlapping them. I see when I was first doing, I started first doing the roof here, and then there was like spaces in there, and I was going to just find little bit buttons to fill in the spaces, but instead I kind of just overlapped some more buttons. So these buttons here are all different shades of blue right here that I have in this little pile, and so it's got a little hole here, which I'm going to cover that up with something, but I'm not sure yet what. I have to go look in my old sewing box. I've got an old sewing box that's got just some old vintagey looking sewing notions or sewing somethings in there. And I think I might have a couple of metal thimbles and that kind of thing, because I think I want a thimble up here on the top. And so I'm hoping to be able to find something, I don't know what, to go that is going to cover this here window, but I want it to be something like a focal point. Maybe I'll find a great big button, I don't know, of a different color, so that it'll be more of a focal point. And I'm not sure, but right now I am just having just a time of my life just using these buttons. I'm getting a lot of hot glue threads here, but I've got a stiff brush, and once I get all the buttons on, then I'll use my brush to brush away all of those strings. And so that'll work fine with that. Then I'm also thinking about using, I don't know if I'll use alcohol inks or something to, I'm thinking I'll have to go over like with my fingers. I'm not sure yet. I gotta play around, and I know ideas will come to me as I work with this. I know ideas will come, and but I'm thinking like if I was to like use some kind of ink or something and go over the buttons of like just, well, not really to age them because they're already aged. All these buttons are vintage, and so I'm not sure what I want to do. I want to do something that will give this, I don't know, that the spray would, maybe I could spray them and then wipe them off real quick with a rag, and then the sprays will dip down like inside of the buttons onto the wood. I think that might be awesome because we're still seeing wood, you know. The buttons aren't going to completely cover every bit of that. So now I just put those blue buttons there on this side, and so here I put a strip of darker buttons and then the light buttons. On the rail I've got the red buttons. See, and of course it's got all sides to go, but I'm just was working on the front side. This one, and I put red up here in the eave here, red buttons, but then I had this one button that I thought was pretty awesome. I put that right in the center because then that makes it looks like there's a little light there. And and so I am not sure. Now see, I want more red. I'm thinking I might do the window frames in red, and don't want to do them yet. So I think I'm going to do this. This goes up quite a bit under there too. I think I'm going to, let me see, I have so many buttons, I'm telling you, and I'm trying to kind of make little piles around here to play with. And yeah, I've got a bunch of them in the floor too, because they keep falling. They keep falling in the floor. I'm gonna have to order some more glue sticks, I think. And so, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do, before I do the window frames, I'll go ahead and do, you know what, I've got a pair of these little tweezers. I really should use them instead of sticking my fingers in the hot glue. This works a little bit better, Elizabeth. A bunch of these, I'm finding a bunch of these little buttons that are white with brown around the edge. I've been kind of putting them up aside there because I think I might, I'm not sure what I'll do with those ones, but I think I want them to be like special somehow. I don't know, what if I go around the edge like this and make like a like all of them right there? I don't know. I still, oh, there's another one too. I'm finding quite a few of those ones. So look at there, I got a fly. Go away, fly. Go live somewhere else. So I'm waiting for my Jeffrey and Jennifer to come. They're bringing me the dogs because they're going on a little vacay till Thursday. And so, and then I get to have the dogs, which we have Pluto. Oh, you know, I started that at the top. I don't want to start that at the top. Well, I already did, because then they don't overlap as well. But it's okay. I can do it this way. I can do it this way. But so I'll have Pluto and I'm going to have Shaggy. Now, Shaggy is, they haven't had Shaggy very long. Shaggy's a puppy, and it's a Shih Tzu puppy. And Shaggy's in the training mode. You know, the house training mode. So, and she's doing pretty good right now, but see, that I have to kind of work on that while I have my little Shaggy. She is so, so cute. I'm telling you, that little puppy has so much energy. Oh, she does have the energy. And Shaggy came from well, they adopted her from the Humane Society, but she came from down in the next county. There was like a backyard breeder, they call them, and they had like gobs of little puppies that they just had in cages, and they were in a way sort of taken care of, but they weren't real well taken care of. And the reason being is because the owners just were aging. And so the owners, they were told that they had to close down little their little business, but they understood, that they just were aging out. They just couldn't do everything that needed to be done. And so the puppies were all in good shape. None of them were in bad shape. They were all adopted right away. And so she's only, the vet says, about 6 or 7 months old. So, oh, she is so cute. She's white with a little bit of like a tan or beige color in, and the tips of her ears are a little darker brown. Oh my gosh, she's so adorable. Hopefully I can get her on camera one day when I have her. She's not crazy. She loves Jeffrey, so she's with Jeffrey all the time. And so I'm hoping that, and she doesn't really want me to, she'll come to me now and let me pet her a little bit, but she doesn't, she's got so much energy, she doesn't know how to be still. And I was kidding around with Jeffrey yesterday. I said, gosh, I wonder if they could give her an anti-B12 shot. Take some of that energy away. But she is so fun to watch. Oh my gosh. She is so fun to watch. She is so funny. Well, I've got a laundry basket full of little doggy toys and stuffed toys and things. And I dumped them all on the couch. I mean, this dog can jump. I mean, she weighs 5 pounds. She can jump up onto the couch. And I have my couch up on risers because I have a little trouble getting up off of it if they're furniture that's too low. So I have them up on risers. Well, I put all them little stuffed animals up there, and boy, she loves to just go get one at a time and go put it somewhere in the floor, somewhere else, put it somewhere else. That's what she does. Then she'll jump up there, and it's almost like she's flying. She's a flying nun. She gets up there and gets her some more and brings them and puts them somewhere else. So she is so much fun. But anyhow, that's going to be my week from now till Thursday. Well, when they get here today, because they're leaving today. They're not going far. They're just going to Orlando. But they're going to be there till Thursday. And they rented a motel that's got like a water park there. And it's a motel. Well, it's actually like a little efficiency apartment. And yeah, that's what they're going to do. So they'll have a lot of fun. I'm happy for them that they're going to get off and get away for a while. It's their little, every summer they try to take just a little, homecation, a vacation where you stay in your own state. You don't go traveling all over the place. Just they discover the state of Florida. And so I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but just take my word for it. I'm just gluing buttons on. Right now I'm in mostly the white buttons. So I'm doing the main house in the white buttons. And like I say, if y'all have some ideas of what I can do, because I don't want to just leave the buttons as they are. I want to go something over this, something that's going to seep down into the wood, and then I'll take and wipe it off. I'm thinking alcohol inks right now, but that might not be what I need. I don't know. So I think I'm going to do the door It's got a little door that opens. I think I'm going to do that with this metal like I put up there in the steeple. I think I'm going to put like all hooks and eyes on the door and then put a button for the doorknob. I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to work on this for a little while. And then I'm going to switch over to my flag. Today I do a Canada flag. And so, oh, I got to check my email and see if my friend replied. Because my friend, little Adele, she wants to help. So I suggested she take South America and do all, there's 4 countries in South, ooh, okay, now that was hot. I suggested she take South America and do those 14 countries. And, or half of the 14, or one of the 14, doesn't matter. But, yeah, that was a little hot. But I don't have this on the hottest. This glue gun has got 2 heat levels, and the low level is enough heat, so that's what I have it on. So it doesn't, if I get it on my fingers, it does, and it holds stiff. I mean, these are on here. These buttons are on here. Good. But I'm going to make little short videos now and again of just little short 20-minute videos or something as I'm going through this, just to kind of show what kind of how I'm doing, if I'm doing. Hopefully I will be still doing. Some of these buttons are more interesting on the bottom than they are on the top. So I put them ones in upside down because they are more interesting. And so somebody told me, said, well, you glue buttons, and what if you got a real valuable one in there? There's some buttons button collectors would pay a lot of money for. And I say, yeah, no, I'm just gluing them. Just gluing. I'm like the button king. Did you? Oh, that one's a little dark. I was out of the blue pile. Oh, well, hey, that's okay. It's okay with Mama. Did you ever look up the Button King and see what that man did with buttons? I mean, he probably had to see all the buttons that he used, the Button King. Oh, you look him up, and he had, I bet all the buttons that he has used in his lifetime would fill a tractor trailer truck. That is how many buttons he has used in his art. Beautiful. I'm telling you. I mean, like I said the other day, he even decorated his casket, and he was buried in that casket when he passed on old age. When old age caught up to him, he was buried in that casket covered with buttons. So I want to watch that again. Now that I got all my buttons, I want to watch his video again. I think it would be awesome to see. So see, I'm getting now the buttons done on the front wall, in the front wall, see? So it kind of, as I look in the screen, it kind of looks like just a wad of buttons, doesn't it? But I'm trying to give it some kind of, instead of just slopping the buttons on there, I'm trying to give it some kind of character. And I think I can get that. I think so. And like I say, once I figure out, and I need y'all's help in figuring out how I can do something to these buttons, like to what I can use on them, what I can use on the buttons. I don't want to cover the buttons with paint, but I want something that's going to soak down in there and get into that wood, and then that wood, will soak up whatever I do. And so I don't know if I like go in with like maybe some brown alcohol ink and it'll go down into that wood. I don't have a clue. So I'm doing this right on the fly. Don't have a clue. And I think a lot of homegrown artists, because that's what I say, I'm a homegrown artist. And I think most homegrown artists just kind of go by the seat of their pants and figure out what they want to do and what they want to do it with. And so it's kind of hard to get my glue nose in there. My glue nose, I love this glue gun. I was offered this glue gun for no charge if I just did a review on it. And so I did the review, and so I got the gun from, it's called a Monvict. And so it's a Monvict, and I am loving it. I love, for one thing, that I can just stand it up right there. It's got that stand on there. That is what I love most about it. And it doesn't drip. There is no drip here. In fact, I forgot to turn it off when I went and ate dinner yesterday. Ate dinner, come back in, it was still hot, and it didn't drip, not one bit. Now, any glue gun that I've had in the past has always been drippy. Always been drippy. I've always had that problem. And this one, no drip, so I love it. And it came with, I think, 15 glue sticks and the little things that I should be wearing on my fingers right now to guard them from burning. Came along with them. That surprised me. Okay, let's see. How am I doing here? Oh, I need to get some right down here. It's kind of hard to do this and try to keep it in the screen because whew, the little strings. Actually, after these strings cool, the little threads of glue, then they kind of almost just fall off. But I got a little, like a stiff brush, and I kind of sweep them, and then they'll come off just nicely. Gosh, I love doing this. This is just so much fun. When you do something like this, I mean, you can take anything. If you've got like a cigar box or something, if you've got a bunch of buttons, I know a lot of people are just button collectors. They just love buttons. I love buttons, but do something with them. Do something. Don't just hoard them. Do something. Because even if you take like an old cigar box or an old cardboard box and cover it with buttons, and just make some kind of a, see there, now I got that whole front. Yes, and the door I'm going to go through, because I got a lot of things like these hook and eyes and stuff that are just metal things. I don't know what this is. This is cool. That was in there. And so I have found a lot of fun things that I really don't even know what they are. But they must be something that you use in the garment district. That's all I can think of. And so, but I got a lot more snaps and things too. A lot more red, and I think I won't do a whole lot more red here on the front. I do not believe, unless I put red in the window sills. In the window sill, maybe a little red. Not sure yet about the actual window frame or the door frame. Not sure about that, but it's going to be buttons, but I just haven't decided what color. Maybe I should put dark, because I put dark buttons just on the edge here and the edge here. Yeah, maybe I'm going to put some darker buttons on the window frames. I think maybe I'll pick out some smaller ones and do a darker. But when I say dark, because there might be some black and there might be some brown. Oh, and that one fell inside the house. And on the front, I want to find, and I know they have miniatures at the Hobby Lobby, and I want to find like 2 rocking chairs that will sit on the front stoop here. I think I want 2 little bitty rocking chairs to sit, because I think front porches need rocking chairs. But I got a long way still to go on here, and I'm gonna just take my time and not try to rush it, and get it finished. And it'll be fun. I just see I got the tops here. I have so much to cover, and not sure yet. I do a little bit, and then I just kind of look at it and leave it alone for a little while, and then come back and kind of look to see what I think I want to do with it. But now I'm going to clean my area a little bit. As you can see, it's definitely in need, because I still have my little bags of buttons are here. And Barbara, I haven't sent yours off. It'll be sent off tomorrow. I didn't make the mailman in time yesterday, so it'll get mailed off tomorrow. And yeah, I love this. I'm having so much fun with this. And I don't know, even on the dark buttons, if I would maybe take a small white button to put in the center of them. You know, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do. And I thought, too, that maybe some spots I might put beads. Little tiny beads. That I don't know for sure either. And because I'm just right at the beginning of this. And so let's see what our ancestors have to say today. I've been interested in my little oracle deck. That's cards that are messages from our ancestors. They get together. It's like a bunch of our ancestors. They just get up together, and you know, all our ancestors, like mine and yours, they're all up there together, and they are looking upon us, and they say, we got to talk to our people. We got to send them some messages. And so that's what these postcards are all about. They are postcards from the spirit. All of our ancestors are just hanging out together, and they see what we're doing, and they say, let's give them some advice. And so this here one says, dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this is not serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all of its flossomness. Flossomness. I love that word. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple, it doesn't matter. For there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you'll uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy. That's what our ancestors are telling us today. I love that. Just go for it. That's what they're saying. Just go for it, kiddo. I love that one. That is good. Okay, I'll read you another one whenever I do my next video, which will be a little bit later because I'm going to work on my Canadian flag now. And so I'm just going to let myself watch this for a while, and then ideas will pop in my head. And like I say, the biggest question I have right now is, what can I go over these buttons with, and then wipe off, that the color will seep down into the wood, and maybe color the buttons a little bit, but put some color down into the pieces, the wood pieces, that some of these, like right here, I didn't even take the thread off. I left the thread. These are used buttons. I mean, they are all vintage, and a lot of them already still have the threads in them, and I leave the threads in. And I think that makes them even more awesome. Okay, God bless you all. May He watch over you every step you take, every move you make. Happy Sunday. Get ready and go on to church if that's what you do. Or don't go to church if that's not what you do. And so, but may He watch over you every move you make, every step you take, and bring you back safe and sound and secure, and with some more ideas for me. I need ideas, and I'm going to continue working on this. But right now, I'm going to do my flag because I go from project to project just because I can. Okay, love you all. Thanks for watching.